All right. Good evening, and thank you for coming to the Tuesday, September 16th, regular City Council meeting. Would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we jump into roll call, some of you may have noticed that I am certainly not Mayor Kabliska. So just as information of where she was at this evening, we had a conflict just in the schedules, and she was able to attend with me just subbing in for her with the Isle of Casino. She is out receiving a $150,000 grant for our Angels Parks projects. So I figured that was a pretty worthwhile effort to make sure we had some attendance at. So I am happy to fill in for her, and I will certainly try not to keep us here very long. Roll call, Misty, please.
DeWater.
Here.
Morris.
Here.
Rear.
Yes.
Smock.
Here.
Clements.
Here.
All right. I will entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? And all in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? All right. Number 5 is the bid opening, and once we open, we did receive 2 bids in, just today, actually, so 2 more than yesterday.
Yep.
And with that, I will go ahead and open up the sealed bids and put it in front of council for action. All right, first bid I have from Judy, here locally in Waterloo, and she has a bid of $1,800. And my second bid on the front. There we go. And the second bid I have from, I believe, is that Jake? Jake, all right, for $1,501, so $1,501. High bid for this then would go to Judy, located here in Waterloo, for $1,800, and I would entertain a motion to accept the high bid.
Motion to accept that bid. Second.
And motion and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? All right. Congratulations, Judy. We will be in touch. Thank you. All right. Number 6 is request from John Swinland to sever his property located at 3246 Gilbertville Road. As the council had received prior to the meeting was just some feedback from legal representation on where this had come from and why. We wanted to make sure we at least gave the opportunity for the council to hear this. And I will just kind of open the floor if there's any discussion. Again, there's no action per se that we need to vote on tonight, but I wanted to open it to the council for any discussion.
Basically, I'm sorry, I'm Dan Morgan, city attorney. Basically, as you read in your memoranda, this is one of the mechanisms by which a person can attempt to sever their property from annexation or from the corporate limits of the city. There's another option, which is to involve swapping territories within a budding city. There is no city abutting this property in question, and so really only the one question, really under the one category here, which would require, if council's interested, ultimately a resolution in support of and basically hashing out what this would look like to sever off the land. If council has no interest in going forward with that, then ultimately that will lead the property owner to take some kind of legal action of their choosing, which then ultimately will be settled in courts. So.
Thank you, Dave.
Well, I joked before about it in council meetings that was our solution to that problem. But he's not alone out there. He's got a neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's problematic. If both of them had signed that request, I would say let's seriously consider it, but you can't, in my mind, consider it without the neighbor on board.
Actually, I see no value to the city to allow this to occur. And with all the money we've spent in the new Eagles Landing development, which is right next to him, I would probably never entertain any action like this, given the track record of what we have so far to look at.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but you know, somebody could do the same thing right across the street, and we'd have no control over it. So there is that, and I don't know. I think that's an easy enough problem to get around myself.
One moment, John.
But I'm
hang on,
just, you know, I know we're open for discussion here, and I know how everybody feels about it, so I'm just giving the other side of it.
John, did you have a question or comment?
You know, if you do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna allow him to have his junkyard out there, just like what we've been trying to do, and it'll be there forever. And probably a whole lot worse than what it's gonna be now, cause this fellow is gonna fill that place up as much as he can, as long as he can. And we tried to get rid of it, we'll never get rid of it with that. You'll never get rid of it.
He's already bringing stuff back in. So.
I know it, but that's the reason why I talked, we need to have the planning and zoning suggest that we put a limit on how many vehicles there are, and we can end that.
Okay, thank you, John.
Pay attention to speed. I probably shut it off.
I will also state, and Dan, please correct me if I'm wrong, no official reason was given. It was just simply a request to do this. So as far as the why behind it, there was none stated.
Could he actually take legal action to force the annexation if his neighbor was on board?
Short answer is yes. Even if his neighbor's not on board, he could take legal action. My assessment of that, the chances of success there are low, but he could.
I would reflect Sandy's sentiment. There's no real value to severing that property. If it were the next one over, it's like no harm, no foul. But our utilities run through that. I imagine I saw that was some of the, benefit he gets and we lose. And I mean, it's not about tax income necessarily. It's just there's not really any value in that.
Any further discussion, council? No.
He has no sewer, no water supplied to him out there right now.
Mr. Swanton.
Oh,
He has nothing. They don't think he lives in the house. Somebody said he had a bunch of dogs in there, but I don't know that. I don't know that. Whatever. But, I think the city can ask him because the siding can go on the house, off the house. He's got that, just the styrofoam on it. He's never done anything to finish the home off. I could only imagine what the inside of it might look like. But he bought that home for $1, I think, and hauled it in from north of Waterloo and then took the highway through.
Mr. Swinland, we are on your item of topic. Was there anything you would like to address the council with tonight, sir?
Yeah, you have any questions for me?
So yeah, if you would like.
I got this guy right here that,
So,
ain't, telling him about my house, he doesn't know nothing.
Yes.
You just got done telling him.
Gentlemen,
let's
gentlemen,
not do that.
we're not going to do this.
We're not doing that.
Mr. Swinland, if you would like to come up and address the council, you are more than welcome. We are on your topic.
John Schlinwine, 3246 Gilbertville Road. I've owned that property since 2008, 17 years. I moved that house in there in 2010. It was right next door to Allen Hospital. And I paid $500 for that house. You said $1. Well, let's
Yep.
just,
Yep, up
yeah,
here,
all right.
Mr. Swinland.
So, anyway, it was just a ranch house, and I put a garage on it, and the sunroom and stuff when I did the basement and stuff, you know. And it's a beautiful home. And I do have a couple dogs. And I think I can have a couple dogs. And, but anyway, what we're getting at here today is, I'm asking to be de-annexed from the city. And, reason is I've been there for, like I said, 17 years. And, I don't have water, I don't have sewer out there. I've been asking for that since the day I bought that property, for water out there. At that time, Chad Deutsch was the mayor. He told me for 2.5 years that they were gonna run water out to me. And, I came one night to the city council meeting here and addressed him in front of his peers, and he denied it all. At that time, Donna Frickson, I think, was in charge of the water board and stuff, and she said it cost $1 million to run water out there, so they're not running water out there. So when I brought my house in, I put a sand point in, and I have a septic tank there. I do not drink that water. The only thing I use that water for is to bathe with. It's a shallow well, a lot of nitrates, they cause cancer and everything else. I don't even let my dogs drink that water. Anyway, so, like I said, I've been through different mayors, different code enforcement people, never had no problem until about 2 years ago, I guess, a year and a half. And so anyway, we went through all the, we got the attorney right here, so we went through all the steps to see if I could, you know, get around it. I want to ask, I got a question for the council people here, and I just found this out myself. Can you tell me what U1 is for zoning?
As far as the specific in the ordinance?
Yeah, what, you know, what would you call, you know, like, R1, R2, residential,
Yep.
single family, double family dwellings, commercial, M1, light industrial, heavy industrial. Do you people know what U1 is?
Not without looking it up.
Yeah, okay, so, I guess,
Unclassified,
you're right,
yeah.
you're right.
But that doesn't mean,
No, yeah, okay. It says unclassified, I was told, I didn't know what it was myself. And so I checked into it. And I had a couple of people tell me that it was unclassified, single-family dwelling. That was the U1. Another person with the county told me it was, what do they call that when a road's not taken care of by the county? No,
maintain.
no, but there's a, I can't think of it right now. I should have wrote everything down. But it's another word that starts with a U. But I think the actual one is, like he said, unclassified. And I checked with the county before I came here that day to fill out the papers and stuff to ask to be de-annexed. And the county will make it residential, or not residential, agricultural. And I believe that's what it was to start out with before they changed it to this U1. Now that bothers me, I can't think of that word. Anyway, we're getting to where I just had enough with this going on, what's going on, because I came down here and bought a permit. They said when they came in to start removing my stuff off my property, they said that I needed to have permits, put siding on the house, put the metal on my machine shed, and then I wanted to put up another building. So I bought them 3 permits the day that I was here and drew up on an aerial photo where the building was gonna be. And I bought the permits, left here. I thought everything was good. I had an excavator come out there, skim the dirt off so I could bring in a gravel base to put the building on. They come out and said, can't have the building. And the reason was it was too tall. Well, I have a motorhome that's gonna take a 13.6-foot garage door, 13-foot 6-inch garage door, and the way they got it rode up, I can only have a 12-foot 6 garage door. So I won't even be able to get my motor coach in the garage. So it don't make no sense to put the building up. So then they got into, well, let's try to get a variance and stuff. Well, it's just one thing after another. Then,
Hey, Mr. Swindle, just to let you know, I have granted you some extra time, obviously, to come in, but can I have you go ahead and wrap up your final
okay, I
points
will.
to the
Okay,
council,
I got
please?
2 other things to address. Is that all right, sir?
Yep.
All right, so then the other one was, and you all know about this, there was the building up there at JB Pools, and there was 3 bids on that building. And I was here that night when you opened the bids. I just got done telling you I paid $500 for my house. I've moved 8 or 10 garages myself, just 24 by 24 garages. And garages usually go for somewhere between $100 and $500. Well, this building that you got is 3 times as big as that. So I bid it at 3 times as much, $1,560. Well, the 2 other people that come in front of me bid crazy, and I think the one bid it at $5,100, and the other one bid it at $3,600. Well, they both bowed out. So it comes to me, and you guys decide you're not going to let me have it. Did I do something wrong here? You know, I'm part of the people, one of the people that's paying taxes in this town, but you want to take that away from me. So why would I want to stay with you people? Because $1,560 was a fair price on that building. Okay, then the other thing is, I've had a storage trailer business since 1993, and it helped put my daughter through college, and it's called More Space Storage Trailers. And so when I moved from town out here in the country, I've got 4 acres out there. It's not a small lot in town. So eventually I thought I'd have all my stuff in the same place, because I own multiple properties in town, but the city of Waterloo has been after me to buy some of my property that I have in town, and that's where I have my storage trailers. Well, this code enforcement guy, when he was out to my place, when all this was going down, he said that I had to have 3 to 6 inches of gravel, and I could put my stuff back up on there as long as it was licensed and insured. So I brought in 6 inches of gravel, spent $5,000 on rock, put my stuff back up there, my trailers back up there neatly, 8 trailers, and I haven't got it yet, but I got contacted by the attorney that I was dealing with that said, now you people said I can't have the trailers there. I mean, can you understand why I don't want to be part of Evansdale anymore?
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to be a thorn in you people's side, but, you know, I moved out here in the country because I have a hobby, and it's cars. And I understand that some old lady might have a hobby where her hobby is teacups and saucers or beanie babies, and you might come in her house and one whole bedroom is just full of that, and you think that she was a freak. Well, I mean, you can see what I have, but I've tried to put up buildings to take care of this problem, but you people just keep working against me on it.
Okay.
So this property was in Evansdale when you bought it,
Right.
right? And, I mean, you must know that Evansdale has restrictions.
No, well, see, when I first bought this property, I don't know, have you always been in Evansdale?
Always,
Okay, well, when I first bought this property, there was a code enforcement guy, his name was Rick Ryder, stand-up guy. And I used to come, I mean, I was intrigued with the guy because he had pictures of helicopters and stuff hanging on his wall. He flew a nom and stuff, you know. And I kind of built a nice relationship. I used to like to stop at his place up here a couple hours ahead of time going to work because the guy was so interesting. He was a guy that been there, done that, you know. And he told me that I could have everything that I have out there. And at one time, this guy right here, he came up to me at the auction house out here in Raymond, Backus's auction house, and he's sticking his finger in my face.
Yep. Hey,
I'm
Mr.
talking now.
Swinland. Yep. No,
Sticking
I
his-
want you to direct your attention to the
Okay,
council,
all
please.
right. He's sticking his finger in my face and said, you're going to be getting a ticket. I said, for what? He said, you're going to be getting a ticket. I said, for what?
Okay, but.
And so anyway, so I come up here and talk to Rick Ryder and about it, and he says, "You've had nothing but problems with this guy right here." And
But, so my question was, though, that you knew you were in Evansdale.
yeah, when I bought it, but I thought I was zoned agricultural, and that's what I was always told.
Well,
is
I
that-
don't think
and
that
I could
we
have,
have an agricultural.
and I could have the stuff that I had out there. And I, at that time, when Rick was still in there, I asked him if I could have that building right where it was, because it'd make for a nice windbreak from the northwest.
The
on my
steel
house.
building was always there.
No, that's a machine shed. It's not
Oh.
steel, it's wood.
Okay, but that was always there.
Yeah, that was, when I bought that place, I bought 4 acres, and that machine shed was there. And if you guys go into your archives and look, that place was so overgrown with trees and junk behind the building that I spent thousands of dollars cleaning that up. And I removed every tree off that property. And the people that owned the property originally, Mike Miser's mother, she was a little bit wild about that I removed all them trees. But Platt's Nursery was up here on Lafayette, and I moved spaded in about 15 trees.
Yeah.
And I had a guy poke them in there that does that, Dirks, he does, and I told him, pick the trees out and put them, he designs golf courses and stuff. And if you look, now them trees got 15 years on them, and they look pretty nice.
So, go ahead, Dick.
So, you understand what unclassified is, and have you read that ordinance? I mean, it's pretty wide open, our ordinance, the city's ordinance. Have you looked at that?
When I talked with,
Miss did show you, I mean.
yeah, I'd like to have a copy
Yeah,
of it.
so it's pretty flexible, you know, in my dealings with unclassified, pretty flexible. But if, for somebody who's has a hobby, but you have more than a hobby out there.
What do you mean?
All your collection is not a hobby collection.
Everything that I had there has got a use that I want to put to it. And,
Everything.
everything, yeah. And, like I said, I've had a storage trailer business for, 32 years, since, 1993. And, I've got some semi-tractors, and I've got a lot of trailers and stuff, But, if, the cars that are the really, really nice cars, they don't sit outside. I got some really nice cars.
Council, did you have any more questions for Mr. Swinland?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you.
It's just kind of a general discussion tonight.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, we wanted to
And-
permit you
and-
time normally, and just so that everyone is aware, the rules steps typically 3 minutes, but I
Oh, I'm
understand
sorry
it was
about
in.
that. I'm sorry.
Nope, I permitted it, it was in, I know this was a discussion, and I wanted to make sure Councilman
Yeah.
Demotter had
Yeah.
his chance to ask his
Is
questions
there
as
any
well.
other questions that anybody
So,
has?
but yep.
I don't believe this time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
For your time.
Now, as I stated when we first started, and to just reiterate, as Mr. Swinland joined us late, no action can be taken on this tonight as something formal, but I will certainly entertain a request to have something formal put on the next agenda if someone from the council would like that to happen.
For me, anyway, I don't think we're at that point to where we can make any decision. I couldn't. I mean, I think we need more discussion on it.
So hearing at this time,
Can I add something before you
So-
close it?
just one last item, John.
Okay, I think that this needs to have some kind of closure to it, so that his, referendum for vote on that in November.
So,
So I'm
nothing,
not too sure when the timeline is on that.
there wouldn't be anything that would go to vote in November on this.
No, I mean, it would, go in front of the people to vote,
Correct, that is incorrect.
like that.
It is not viable, I guess you can say, to be put on the ballot.
Oh, well.
This is just a council decision.
Oh, I thought that was, you guys, if you said no, then it would go on referendum. The understanding I got from talking to Lockout County, that if you guys could approve it, and then it wouldn't go on there, but if you denied it, then it would go on referendum, and it would be up to the taxpayers to vote, time to vote for the mayor and other offices.
Gotcha. So with that, Dan, would you mind commenting?
Sure, I will just, John, I can't give you legal advice, you know that, you've got your own counsel. At least the position of the city is that it would not go to a ballot measure if council were to not move forward with it. There may be other avenues of relief for you, but anyhow, in terms of timing wise, it's at least my opinion as city attorney, it is not a ballot measure issue. If there's some other, if I'm wrong, that may happen, but at least me giving advice to the city, I do not believe it is a ballot measure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
I don't believe it's a timeline issue, John. I think it's really just a matter of, it's, at least anything I can find in the Iowa code doesn't say that it becomes a ballot measure to vote on to sever from the city. I said, I could be wrong. If there's an attorney out there that would give me a case or say that I'm wrong, then so be it. And obviously, I would encourage you to speak with your attorney. I know you've got one or a different one. I don't know what council's gonna do tonight, but ultimately, you should do that. And if they say, no, we can do this, we should get on the ballot, then go forth and do that. I'm not saying, I don't wanna don't rely on my advice, because you may disagree with me, right? So, that's just my advice to the city, is I don't believe it is a ballot measure. So.
And that's where I state, John, is just that with what we've been able to take on our side, working with the city's attorney, that's where we believe the information was incorrect, so that's what we're going off of at this time. That it is not a ballot measure. So when I stated it was incorrect, that was the legal advice we were given.
Oh, okay. That was
So-
before tonight, too. That's probably what you said, right?
Yep, we wanted to make sure that we could answer any of your questions tonight as well. Yep, correct, because I'm definitely not an attorney, so.
I got you.
Okay. Council, anything further on this topic?
Well, if Mr. Swindon wants a decision, we could put it on ballot next time. But it might not be the decision you're hoping for without further discussion and research. But if you'd like it on the ballot or the council agenda next time, I think we could do that.
To actually take action on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Dick is,
Would you think that would be one time for you guys to discuss it?
What's everybody think? It could be.
and officially, we only need one. So Dick, if you are one that would like to see it for a vote next time, that's all I need for tonight.
All right, yeah, I'll make a motion. We put it on the next agenda.
Okay, for discussion, for action.
Mhm.
Okay. And then a second on that?
We'll second it.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Ladies, any opposed?
I'm opposed.
Or in favor?
I'm opposed as well.
So it comes down to me. And for the sake of the matter, for further discussion, I will err on the side of John for this one so that you have your fair chance. So I will say that I am in favor for the further discussion and a vote at the next one. So at least that it is first in front of you. Okay. That item will be on. Basically, John, just for your information, and certainly work with this, the city clerk and the mayor, but effectively what will happen is the motion for the annexation will be an actual action item on the next agenda. So that'll be in 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, excuse me.
Would that still be enough time to hit that, if I found out that it could go for a referendum on that?
That I don't know. I mean, that would be up
Check with
to
your
the,
attorney.
yep,
You'd have to check with your attorney
yep, that one I wouldn't know.
or the elections office. I'm not sure.
So one other thing, an important issue really, how does your neighbor feel about this?
The one that just had their house for sale?
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't talked to her. You know, I found out that, the guy across the road, the guy that bought the house across the road from me, that house sold in like 4 days. And, the gentleman sitting next to me, he pulled in their driveway and wanted them to come down here and complain about my property. And, he said if I had, my neighbor told me, I just wanted to tell you what my neighbor told me.
Okay.
And he said that he would come and address it. My neighbor told me that he told him that if
would have had a problem with it, and then we bought the house. And, the house next door to me, the house that you're talking about, she had it on the market for $450.
Yeah,
Dropped the
but-
price down to $420, and they had an offer on it for $350 and turned it down.
But you
So
understand,
someone else was gonna buy it.
you understand that your place couldn't be selectively de-annexed, probably without that one not being.
Well, I can, if that need be, I can ask them.
And Councilman Dewater, I would like to move on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm suggesting that if you wanted to move forward with this, that would be the first place to start.
What
Okay.
about
All right,
on the
hey.
other side?
Well,
On the
Mr.
other
Swindlen,
side-
I do have to move on,
Okay,
so,
But, on the other side of the overpass, I think over there where the water house is, that's Evansdale too, I understand.
Yep.
Do we
Right.
have to bring one people in too?
no, and I invite you certainly afterwards, if you would like to speak with Councilman Dewater, you certainly may, but I do need to move on, so. Item number 7 is public comment. We will certainly open the floor for any comment, so, and please come up to the mic.
I want to defend myself on this day that brought me doing this sort of thing. That is the damnedest lie I've ever had in my life. If somebody wants to hook me up to a lie detector test and hook him up, I know who's going to win.
John,
And it ain't going to be him.
And remember, code of conduct is we are not getting into anybody back and forth the audience, so,
That's an accusation he made. I didn't.
yep, okay.
You guys can duke it out outside after the meeting.
Let's keep it professional in here, please.
I was just gonna say,
Let's keep it professional.
way too much
Always.
paperwork, way too much paperwork. So, okay. Any other open for public comment? Seeing none, we'll close public comment and we will move on. Number 8 is approval of the consent agenda. I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please. Or, this roll call? I'm sorry, it's the next one, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sorry, got them backwards. Look at me. I will entertain a motion in a second we have on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Number 9, approval of the resolution calendar. I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second on the floor. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Dewater.
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
Smock.
Yes.
Clements.
Yes.
Motion carries. Number 10, request to pay for tree removal on the levee in the amount of $11,920 with Turf Pro. Any discussion, or I will entertain a motion?
I move
So-
approval of the request.
I have a
Second.
motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Number 11, set the date and time for trick-or-treating for October 31st, 2025, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And Halloween is on a Friday this year, so hoorah.
That's right.
I will entertain a motion to set the time for trick-or-treating.
So moved.
Motion to approve?
Motion and second on the
Second.
floor. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Mayor and council reports. We'll open up the floor.
Well, I came down Lafayette this afternoon. I'm pleased.
I was hoping somebody bring it up.
Isn't it
The
nice?
road is open.
I got work to do, but it's, manhole stuff. So,
Some stuff,
It's travelable, it's traversable.
yeah.
Yep. So, yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
That trail, I should say, is sure getting used. See it full all the time.
I've been down it a few times, the whole family. Complete the whole circle around or square around Evansdale now, so it's been great.
Well, and it's really nice to see everything landscaped and finished graded. So it's coming together pretty quick.
Yep.
Well, I won't say pretty quick, but it's coming together now.
It's here.
And all in all, I mean, it was a relatively quick project. You know, of course, it has always with its pains, but I mean, overall, we got a road in a year.
Yeah. Well, a lot of work there.
Anyone able to enjoy Evansdale Days this last weekend? It was hot.
It's very hot.
Had a good turnout, looked like, for the parade. I was unable to be here in the afternoon. I had soccer with my son, but I could hear the fireworks, that was for sure.
Beautiful fireworks.
They were.
They,
They were
they,
very nice.
they went on for quite a bit. So, and again, thank you to all the sponsors and things. So on the Facebook page, it certainly can't be done without them. So and for those that were able to turn out. Other than that, anything further, council? I will entertain.
Motion to
a motion
adjourn.
to adjourn.
I would second that.
And all in
Is that
favor?
numbers?
Aye.
That was Sandy and Adam. So, meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.